Hello, I'm Neville from EnviroHeat Australia.
And I'm Kiara, also from EnviroHeat Australia, family-run, Perth-based business.
Yes, indeed. Now, we're really happy to be able to show you our 4 pellet heaters, wood pellet heaters, that we import from Palazzetti in Italy. Now, Italy is the home of wood pellet heaters, and Palazzetti is one of their leading companies. They produce heaters of great quality, elegance and functionality. And we went to their factory in Pordenone, which is very near Venice, and we looked all around their plant and we selected the 4 heaters that we believe best fit Australian conditions. Let us explain further. All 4 heaters are built to the same really exacting standards of Palazzetti, and all 4 come with some remarkable latest innovations designed by Palazzetti. And we want to show you some of these innovations now, just for a quick overview to help you select the heater you might want. Now, the 4 heaters we have are the Malou, the Leah, the Nina, and the Bianca. These 3, Malou, Leah, and Nina, are all coming at about 8 kilowatts, which is really quite adequate for most homes. The Bianca, on the other hand, comes up at 12 kilowatts, which is great for very cold climates, or if you have a very large open floor plan house. Now let's look at these heaters in turn, and we'll start with the Malou. The Malou represents really great value. We buy them in bulk, which means we can keep the price remarkably low, and it means that we can actually give you a top quality Italian-made heater for a little more than you might find a cheap overseas imitation. And you'll get much more efficiency out of it and much more longevity. Very much better value in the long run. The Malou comes in fairly simple, elegant lines. It'll fit well in modern decors and indeed in older homes quite well. It comes in 3 colours, the beige, a black, and the ruby red that you can see on the Leah there. As with all 4 heaters, it includes, amongst other things, a really simple, intuitive control panel and a very advanced heat exchange mechanism. Let me explain both in turn. The control panel means that you can turn it on and off very simply. You can program it so that it can turn on automatically in the morning or indeed automatically in the afternoon. So you can warm your house before you get out of bed or before you come home from work, which is really great. It also means you can choose different heat settings from a number 1, very low, just putting out a residual amount of heat, around about 2 kilowatts, to really quite high, 8 kilowatts, which is really quite fantastic if you're really cold. Furthermore, it can be programmed to set a room temperature. For example, you might like to have your room at 23 degrees centigrade. This little thermistor, which Kiara has there, that's actually recording room temperature, and when it reaches 23, the stove will slow down and just maintain it at 23. Great stuff. That's the stove my wife and I chose for our home in Netherlands, and we've had 3 great years already, and we're looking forward to many more. Now, let's move on to the Leah. The Leah is a very close cousin to the Malou, identical in functionality. The major point of difference is that instead of heat coming out in the Malou from the top, the heat comes out from the front. That's kind of great if you all like clustering around the stove in the evenings. Some people really do like that. While we're on the Leah, just want to show you the door, the safety door. Now remember, the door is always shut during operation. You never need to open it. You only open it to clean the stove. To open it, you simply pull that little lever forward, which with your hands is really difficult, but you can do it. It's much easier to do with that little tool that Kiara has there. The reason for that is that it means that young children won't be tempted to open it when they shouldn't, and indeed you won't be tempted to open it when you shouldn't. It's another little safety feature that Palazzetti would love to put onto their stoves. Now, let's move on from the Leah to the top of the range of our 8 kilowatt stoves. The Nina is again our 8 kilowatt stove like the other 2, but it's got truly elegant lines. It's been crafted and styled in Italy. What else could you expect? It's got a beautiful curved appearance, it's got a fully glass front, and it's got an advanced double door system that really brings the fire almost into your living room. Not quite. The inner door is like the malou and the Lear for safety. The outer door is what gives it that extra little piece of elegance that makes it look great. Nina is one of our most popular stoves for modern homes, where you're looking for a stove that'll really complement the decor of the rest of your home. The Nina, incidentally, is the one that's been chosen by Chiara. We can put that down to her Italian ancestry and love of beauty and style. Now let's finally move on to the Bianca Lux. The Bianca Lux, 12 kilowatts, fantastic amount of heat. It really can belt it out. Not only has it got that greater heat capacity, but again, it's got that beautiful line. It's got that little extra glass front from top to bottom, a little bit like the Nina. It really will add again to your decor. Beautiful stove. It's a very heavy stove, 180 kilograms. Now that means it's a little harder to install for us, but it's great for you because it means that it's a little bit better, a little bit more silent. Really, really great stove. It again emits heat out the front, very much like the Lear. Now let's summarize. We've shown the 4 stoves, the malou and the Lear. Very affordable, very beautiful, very functional. Then we showed you the Nina, which has got true elegance, which has got that beautiful beauty and style. And finally we showed the Bianca for those really cold climates or really large houses. Collectively, we believe this range is an excellent range which should suit most of you, and we'd be delighted if you go to our website to learn more details, or indeed watch our subsequent videos which will bring out more of the features which we didn't have time to show you here. Thank you very much for watching, and please come back to us.